Okay, it's time for a big maintenance. Apart from oil, we will also change the air filter, fuel filter, and put the new spark plugs. Okay, to gain access to spark plugs airbox, we of course need to remove both seats. Now to remove this fairing, we need to unscrew two bolts here, one here, and few of this along. There is a hook inside which we need to just push to release it from here. Ideally, you want to do this when you are low on fuel. Now for the tank itself, there are two screws here, and we also need to remove this. Now to remove the tank itself, we need to lift it and use maybe a piece of wood to support it, and we need to disconnect these sensors here. And also we're going to disconnect the fuel filter. There may be some rag because will come a bit of fuel from this, and you just push and that's it. Okay, before we take off the tank itself, we need to release these two hoses. We might go a bit stubborn. Okay, and also on this side you need to get off from the holder the small thingy. Just pull it. Now we can completely remove the tank and put it somewhere, but make sure to not damage anything under. Now let's open the airbox and change the filter, and then we are going to do the spark plugs. We're also going to need a Phillips screwdriver. We need to unplug the air temperature sensor. And there is one sneaky screw there in the middle. Also unplug this hose here, and we can remove the lid. Now the air filter is treatable. You can wash it and put oil in it, but new one costs like 6-7 euro, so I don't see the way to bother with it. Okay, let's put the new one there. And we can close the airbox for now, and then we will remove the whole airbox. Okay, for now we just keep it like this, and we're going to remove it full. And in order to remove the airbox, we need to remove the side panels to gain access to the clamps which are holding the airbox on air intakes. And now we have access to these clamps on the both sides. We need to release them, and we can take the whole airbox up. Now to gain access to spark plugs, we need to remove this holder of ignition coils. We can remove the ignition coil. Put them on side. Another one. Now to remove the spark plugs, we need the number 16. And either use magnet or some long pliers. Here is the first one. And here is the second one. So here are the old ones, as you can see. These are NGK CR8E, but I'm going to put the new NGK CR8EIX, which are the iridium one. Make sure when you putting them they going nice and easy, don't push to, and don't screw them with force to not damage the either the engine or the spark plugs. Now the spark plugs are back in, and the tightening moment is just 10 Newton meters of torque. So you can just use your hand to not overdo it. When this is done, we can place the ignition plugs back. And put back the ignition coil holder. Make sure to not forget these cables to put under the screw. Okay. Now let's change the oil filter. Now let's change the fuel filter. Can unclip it. There is a bit of gasoline inside. Now here is the new one and the old one. There is either arrow which indicate the fuel flow, or there should be on one side out. So we put the new one, but we need to get off this rubber. Let's put it on the new one. So here is the out. So this one connects to the tank and this one to intake. Okay, before we put the airbox back, I also noticed there is some damage on this wiring here. The insulation was a bit damaged, maybe from weight of the box, or I don't know. So I put some electrical tape to prevent further damage. Now the airbox, you can either put it back how we had it, or you can assemble it with this Phillips screws and put it like this, fall back. So first we need to plug this hose at the bottom back. Okay, plug the air temperature sensors back. It's the one with the blue. And plug this hose back. Put these two screws back. Now when the airbox is in place, we can bring the gas tank back. And let's plug everything back. And of course I forgot to tie it up. The air intakes. Let's do it now. There's this rubber which going under the gas tank. So let's plug these hoses back. Let's give it a quick test. Now when everything seems to be in order, we just put back fairing and we're going to change the oil, which you can see in the another video, and we are done.